the presence of those older people in at the distribution seems to be very critical. Can you give us any examples of how this has had an ongoing effect in a community?
In the last 5 years, we've had the opportunity of speaking in custom villages. So, custom villages are villages that maintain their traditions for the same traditions they've had for hundreds of years.
Mhm.
They are resistant to change, particularly to Western ways,
Mm.
medications, education. A lot of children in custom villages don't go to school. We focus a lot, what we call, on future safeguarding.
Mm.
So, future safeguarding is not just within the time that we are there sharing about Days for Girls, distributing the kits and protecting not just our volunteers and our um, people that are attending the education, but that then becomes something that is safeguarding them ongoing. So they're taking the information, it's establishing a change that is bringing about future safeguarding, but but it's also walking gently. So we have this terminology of just walk gently. So I'll give you an example. We went into one custom village, and our leadership team went through the content of the talk that we were going to be presenting so that they understood exactly. So the chief identified certain things that could not be discussed. And it did take a large chunk out of what we were allowed to speak about. We weren't allowed to distribute kits on the first time that we were there, because they have their own culture around periods and what they do and what women are allowed to participate in. And so when we walk gently, it's that coming alongside them and giving them the confidence that we are supporting them in their goal for a healthier community. And so the next time that we went, because we honored the boundaries that were given to us, we were allowed to share the full education,
Mhm.
and we also did the Men Who Know, and that was fully taken on board by the chiefs and opened up all these discussions to do with the appropriate ages for women to have children, and, and whether menstruation was actually the safest indicator of when a girl should start having children. So
Mhm.
those are massive wins, and we
Mm.
call that future safeguarding, which Days for Girls should be very proud of themselves for doing. It's worth walking gently and just winning the trust and the confidence bit by bit, so that that future safeguarding is put in place, and established bit by bit by bit.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic, Michelle. I love that phrase, future safeguarding. And I just
Mm,
think it's amazing that all of our endeavors to
mm,
make sure that our interactions with these other cultures are safe and that we keep our volunteers safe. It's such a
mm,
fantastic thing that this has an ongoing
mm.
effect and that it's bringing lasting change into these communities
Yes.
in a way that is acceptable and owned by those
Mm,
cultures.
that's right.
So thank you so much for sharing with us today, Michelle. I'm sure that that's been really helpful for our volunteers. Thank
Oh,
you.
wonderful. Thank you very much for having me.